Hello guys, welcome back. My name's Nathan and today I'm going to be discussing 8 NHL players who have proved everybody wrong so far this season. Now there's been a bunch of NHL players this season who have revived their careers, surpassed expectations, or have just straight up proved us all wrong. But which players do I think have proved us the wrong the most so far this season? Watch till the end and of course subscribe if you're new. Now starting us off at number 1, and for my first player who I think has proved basically everybody wrong this season, I'm going to go to New York Rangers forward, not Capo Caco, but Ryan Strome. The 26-year-old center, former 5th overall pick back in 2011 by the New York Islanders, is now on the other side of New York and playing his best hockey. He's been simply fantastic for the New York Rangers, especially this season. Now, so far, the New York center has gotten 30 games played this season, 6 goals, 20 assists for 26 points. Now, comparing this to last season, where in 82 games, he got 35 points, he is on track to smash that record and to get his high in points this season. And it's definitely come later than people expected. Again, being a 5th overall pick, there was so much expectations for him with the Islanders, ended up going down to the Edmonton Oilers and then sucking there. And now the New York Rangers, it took some time, especially when he first came to New York. But while he is racking up points, he's not the best defensively. He's still been an overall solid center for New York and one of their best offensive players, which for basically giving up nothing to get him is a pretty nice bonus. And I'm just now remembering that New York traded Ryan Spooner for Ryan Strome. You know, that Spooner who was waived by Edmonton, claimed by Vancouver, and now this year is in the KHL. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that New York won that trade. Maybe just by a bit. Now on to the second player that I think has proved almost everybody wrong besides Jim Benning, that being JT Miller of the Vancouver Canucks. Now the Canucks center, good old American at age 26, has been amazing this season. As an overall player, he's been one of the best two-way centers in the league this season. Just the defensive ability has been top tier. And of course, the offense that he's bringing for Vancouver on a daily basis is not bad either. Now in 31 games so far with the Canucks, he's gotten 13 goals, 18 assists for 31 points. He's a point per game after being a pretty decent disappointment in Tampa. And I like Tampa. They're my second favorite team. And I think the trade was a pretty good one for them. I still think it might be, but obviously JT Miller has found a great groove Vancouver. He's found his new home, and it's great to see because he obviously had the talent to be a great player, and the offensive skills were obviously there with the New York Rangers. It was just not a fit with Tampa, and I criticized that trade quite a bit when Vancouver made it, trading a first-round pick and likely one of the best drafts of all time. It was still a risky move, and it still might be, but so far, getting a guy like JT Miller has been nothing but a success for the Canucks. Now going to my third player, who I think has proved everybody wrong, even more so than JT Miller or Ryan Strome. We're going to now go into our first goalie in this list, going to Jake Allen of the St. Louis Blues. I don't know how it happens, but Jake Allen is a god again, and I must say I am definitely here for it. Now, he is at age 29. The Stanley Cup champion last year pretty much got overshadowed completely by Jordan Binnington, as he should have been, because he wasn't playing all that great, especially in the past couple of years. But this year, for some reason, he's just snapped a finger, it was a Thanos snap, and now he's magically good again. To be fair, though, it is a pretty short sample size. He's only played 10 games so far this season, but in those 10 games, he's been pretty magical. Of course, he's gotten a 2.33 goals against average and a .925 save percentage, dude. He is playing out of this world, especially compared to the past couple of years. Right now, Binnington's sitting at a .921 save percentage. I don't know what kind of wacky world this is. I mean, I expected Binnington to have a little bit of a down year. He's still playing pretty freaking amazing and likely will be in the Vezina race. But Jake Allen has just come out of nowhere and has quite frankly been one of the best backups this season. Alright, soldier, if you predicted Jake Allen to be this goalie this season, raise your hand. To anyone raising their hand right now, I already know you're lying. Get down, give me 15 push-ups, stat. Okay, just had to take good care of General Grav. He was kind of getting in there for a second. Just had to take care of him, if you know what I mean. Anyways, now we can go on to the number 4 player who has proved us all wrong this season, and now going on to Anthony Duclair of the Ottawa Senators. Now, the 24-year-old left winger has had a brilliant season so far, and with Ottawa has been straight awesome. He's been on so many different NHL teams up to this point, but now with the Ottawa Senators, it seems like he's finally found a permanent home. Now, Anthony Duclair in 32 Sens games this season has been able to put up 15 goals, 7 assists for 22 points. Yeah, it's fair to say that he's been pretty good this season with Ottawa. And for a team that doesn't have much depth, Anthony Duclair has been able to come in and perform pretty fantastic for them. Now, he is only 24 years of age, but he's already played on 5 different NHL teams. And I'm just hoping that the Ottawa Senators are finally the place that he'll stay at. Because with every new location, it seems like a year later he'll be gone from them. Like Chicago, like Arizona. He just never really tends to stay anywhere, it seems. But now with the Ottawa Senators, it seems like he's finally living up to the potential, finally performing well, and performing like one of the best players on Ottawa, which so far, he has been. Now going on to my 5th player who has proved everybody wrong, and I honestly could not be more happy about it. Now, it is a Pittsburgh Penguin player, a goaltender, but while I don't like the Pittsburgh Penguins that much, I am super happy for what Tristan Jarry has done this season. He'll be my pick at my number 5, and I think he totally deserves it. Now, Pittsburgh's situation, especially with the goaltending, has been super wacky this season. Of course, DeSmith was sent down after having a pretty solid season last year, and of course Matt Murray hasn't exactly lived up to expectations. But Tristan Jarry has come up, has been the backup for Pittsburgh, but is now their full-time starter basically as Matt Murray figures everything out. But it's not just a situational thing. Tristan Jarry is the best goalie on Pittsburgh right now, and it isn't even close. And the contrast between Jarry, the 24-year-old goalie, and Matt Murray has been insane this season. Jarry has played 12 games so far with the Pens this year, but has basically been their savior in net, with a 1.92 goals against average and a .938 save percentage. Contrasting that to Matt Murray, who's played 23 games and has an .897 save percentage. Yeah, it's fair to say that Pittsburgh is making the right decision right now, leading him with that. And he also had the franchise record, just set the franchise record for most minutes of shutout time in Penguins history. Unfortunately, that came to a close in that recent game versus Montreal, but in general, Tristan Jarry has been the guy for Pittsburgh, and it's been that way over the past couple of weeks. Alright, now on to the 6th player who I think has proved us wrong, and my oh my has proved the Calgary Flames wrong, that being the real deal, James Neal. I like how I said that, by the way. It was super epic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I'm just saying, my voice can sometimes be amazing like a movie trailer, coming out December 14th. Anyways, James Neal for the Edmonton Oilers has been pretty freaking fantastic. I mean, he's the real deal, so it just explains itself. Now, his production has gone down, to be fair, but still in 33 games, the 32-year-old has 14 goals, 6 assists for 20 points. Now, again, it's kind of just been the Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl show recently. Of course, James Neal starting out amazingly. The pace obviously wasn't going to keep going. We've seen that over the past couple of weeks. He hasn't been all too great, but it still is the real deal James Neal. He had to be on this list, proving everybody wrong. And no, that contract is still bad, but hey, at least he can redeem himself a little bit, at the very least. Alright, now getting into number 7. My 7th player who has proved us all wrong this season, that being the German stud, Thomas Greiss of the New York Islanders. Now, the 33-year-old goaltender is having his best years right now with the Island. So far in 15 games, he's been absolutely unbelievable. The same thing with Semyon Varlamov. And a lot of it has to do with how New York has changed their whole system. Barry Trotz being Barry Trotz, having a new goalie coach in there as well. A lot of that helps. But Thomas Greiss continues to be fantastic. And I kind of thought last year was a fluke. Obviously, I am very wrong right now. In fact, Thomas Greiss, I think, has been the New York's most valuable player this season. In 15 games, he has a 2.24 goals against average and a .930 save percentage. And it's just amazing what he's been able to do, having one of the best seasons of any goaltender in the league right now. He's been great. And obviously, the most valuable person on the team is Barry Trotz, as it should be. He is the guy there that's leading that defensive system into being great behind Greiss. But Greiss has a lot to do with the winning ways that New York has right now. They're in a pretty healthy playoff position right now. They've been winning a lot of games this season, and again, I will say I was wrong because Thomas Greiss might actually be a pretty good goaltender. Who knew? Okay, so I saved the best for last, and some of you guys know, I mean, I'm a Dallas Stars fan. I will not say that I'm not a Dallas Stars fan because they're my #1 team. They're my team. The Dallas Stars are my hockey team, and I hate it. But going to my number 8, it makes me really sad, really depressed, and everything in between. It is Val Nichushkin. I never thought I would be saying these words. The Val Nichushkin is a very good goal scorer, but I guess we're here. I guess we're in this world right now. Valeri Nichushkin might be a pretty decent hockey player right now. The right wing Russian at 24 has been brilliant for the Colorado Avalanche. Because of course. And of course, in 27 games, Val has 5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points. And those aren't amazing point totals, but he started out pretty bad in Colorado, but over the time has been working a lot harder, and in the last 5 games has like 4 goals or something crazy. Because of course he does, dude. He didn't score 1 goal with the Stars last season. We gave him all the ice time in the world. We gave him all the opportunity. And he said after the offseason when he signed with Colorado that he didn't even try with us. And yet he does this. I'm actually pretty happy for him. But at the same time, why'd you have to do this to me, man? But before I literally give myself a heart attack, I'm gonna end it here. Of course, that being my 8th and final player who has proved us wrong. So of course, with this video and my picks, I need to hear y'all's thoughts down those comments down below. Let me know what you think about my 8 picks, what you think about them. Do you agree? Do you disagree with them? Let me know. And of course, the question on to you, which NHL player do you think has proved us wrong the most this season? Now, on to the next video that you should watch. You should definitely watch, not even consider. You should 100% watch this video. You should watch this one, where I rank the best NHL player for every team so far this season, Gummy Worm Edition. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. But that'll be it for today, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Comment down below, of course, your thoughts on my picks, what you agree and disagree with. Share this video with your friends, get the word out there with the players that we were all wrong about. And of course, my name is Nathan, and I'll see y'all in the next video or stream. Goodbye.